Kathleen here from the Bozeman Public Library, and it is a snowy spring day out there. It's Thursday, April 7th, and it's snowing. We've had such nice weather, and it's funny, it's snowing, but that's life in Montana, so that's okay. Anyhow, I've got a couple stories. I grabbed these off of our new shelf at the library. There's not really a theme, maybe feelings and friendship and helping each other. This one's called Way Past Worried. Have you ever been worried about something? We all worry about things. And this little kiddo, he's having a hard day. We'll find out why he's worried. Then our second book is Bear. Ooh, that's a big book. Bear Came Along. I wonder what this might be about. Any ideas? A bear. Where's the setting? Where does this story take place? Does this help? Oh, it looks like kind of a forest. I see some, oh, those might be turtles, a duck, some kind of raccoon. Look at all those creatures. Do you see bear anywhere? I don't think I see bear, but I think the setting is a forest, and I think the characters are animals. How about we read that one first? Bear Came Along. This is written by, it doesn't say on the front, by Richard T. Morris, and illustrated the pictures Luyen Pham. Oh, it's such a beautiful book. Look at that front page. There's our bear. Bear Came Along. Thank you, Little Brown and Company, for allowing me to read this to my friends. Here we go. Once there was a river that flowed night and day, but it didn't know it was a river until Bear came along. Bear was just being curious. Curious means he wants to know how things work. What is this thing? He was curious when he realized what the river could do. Splash! But he didn't know he was on an adventure until Froggy hopped on. Froggy hopped on his head. Froggy was a lonely frog who was looking for a friend. But she didn't know how many friends she had until the turtles showed up. Do you see the turtles? The turtles tried to warn them about things that could go wrong, but they didn't know how to enjoy the ride. I wonder what they're warning about, what things could go wrong. Until Beaver climbed aboard. Beaver was born to be captain, leader of the ship. He knew exactly where to go, but he didn't know about the detours. A detour means you take a different route. Oh, he didn't know about the detours until the raccoons dropped in. The raccoons were so excited about the twists and the turns ahead, but they didn't know how to be careful until they crashed into Duck. Duck was so content and happy being right where she was, but she didn't know there was a world to see until... Do you know what that is? Do you see what that is? Whoosh, waterfall, I think. Look at all their faces. They're all looking a little scared. Beaver, Bear. Do you see the waterfall? They go down that river and then it drops straight down. They look so funny. Oh, Bear held on to Froggy, and Froggy held on to Turtles, and Turtles held on to Beaver. Beaver held on to Raccoons, and Raccoons held on to Duck. Oh, what a ride! They look happy now, don't they? Like a water slide. So many different animals living their separate lives, but they didn't know they were in it together until the river came along. Now they have friends. They're all friends, aren't they? Oh, that is awesome. I like that book. Sometimes we don't know how good our life is until we get our friends, and then when we don't have them, we miss them. I know during this last year, we've missed a lot of our friends, but we'll be coming back together soon. All right, Way Past Worried. is our next book. This is by, let's see, Albert Whitman and Company is our publisher. This is written by Haley Adelman, illustrated by Sandra de la Prada. Way past worried. Let's think for a minute about things that you might get worried about. I know some kids your age are worried about starting school, or when a babysitter comes, or having to say goodbye to mom or dad for a little bit of time. But learning to overcome those fears is a good thing. And if you talk about them with your parents, that's a really good way to work around and over those fears. Here we go, way past worried. My brother Bax wasn't going to Juan's superhero birthday party with me. I felt a little worried. How could I go without my sidekick? Dad said, "You'll be okay. Take 3 very deep breaths." Do that with me. One more. Feels good, doesn't it? Take 3 very deep breaths and go get dressed. I tugged on my favorite costume. It looked too small. Would everyone laugh? Now I was really worried. I headed toward Juan's. I was late. Who else would be there? Would Juan hang out with me? Would I feel left out? I felt way past worried, with my heart thumping and my mind racing and my worry growing. Ruff, ruff. Pickles knocked me down with his muddy paws. Now my costume looked even worse. Cling, cling. Kaya and Hooper scooted right past me. Why didn't they stop? It's party time, they cheered. What if it was the worst party ever? I'd walk in late and no one would talk to me. Or else someone would talk to me, but I wouldn't know what to say. Or else everyone would laugh at my costume. When I got to the gate, I saw everyone's costumes look better than mine. They were already playing without me. I didn't feel like a superhero. I wanted to go home. But just like Dad said, I took 3 very deep breaths. Okay, here we go. It's best when you're doing this breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Like you have a birthday cake, you're smelling it, and then you're blowing out the candles. 1. Feels better, doesn't it? You can do that anytime you feel worried or you're scared, and it just feels good. When I got to the gate, I saw everyone's costumes look better than mine. They were already playing without me. I didn't feel like a superhero. I wanted to go home. But just like Dad said, I took 3 very deep breaths. My heart pounded, thump, 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 thump. But I inched forward until, ha 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 ha, everyone was laughing. I knew they weren't laughing at me, but it felt like they were. I ran off. I didn't know what else to do. I heard Juan ask, "Where's Brock?" I wanted to call out, "I'm right here, Juan." But my worry was in the way, and my words wouldn't come out. Yeah, the worry got in the way. I wonder what kind of words he could say. He could say, "Happy birthday, Juan. I hope you're having a great birthday," and maybe go see what the other kids are playing. It's hard though, isn't it? I heard a sound up in the tree. I looked and saw a girl. I heard her take 3 very deep breaths. I asked, "Are you worried too?" She nodded. "I'm Brock." "I'm Nellie," she said. "So why are you worried?" "I just moved here and I don't know anyone." "I'll sit with you," I said. And Nellie looked like she felt a little bit better. I said, "I'll tell you about my friends, Juan." Or excuse me, let me back up. I said, "I'll tell you about my friends." Juan's funny, Jin's nice, and Skitter makes the best costumes. I like yours, Nellie said. Thanks, I like yours too. You know, Nellie said, I don't feel so worried up here. Yeah, I said, but we can't stay up here forever. I looked at Nellie. I wanted her to meet my friends, and I wanted to say happy birthday to Juan and eat some cake. So I asked, do you like cake, Nellie? Nellie nodded. I love it. We were still worried, but not like before. It helped that we talked about being worried. I said, let's be brave. Like superheroes, Nellie said. I nodded, like superheroes. And we can always help each other if we feel more worried again, right? Right, I said. I could feel my mind calming and my worry shrinking, getting smaller. On the count of 3, let's swoop in, I told Nellie. Okay, count with me. 1, 2, 3. Here they go. And we joined the party. It was fun. Best of all, we weren't worried. Oh, that's a great little story. So let's remember, if we're ever worried or nervous about something, it's great to talk to someone about our feelings. When we talk about it, it gets outside of us and it starts to unwind a little bit, and then someone can say, well, maybe that's not how things are, and kind of help us through our worry. Then we feel better. And when we take deep breaths, it calms our body, because when we get stressed out, our body gets all tensed and tightened up. But when we breathe, it relaxes. Remember our breathing. We breathe in through our nose like we're smelling the cake, and then out through our mouth, we're blowing out our birthday candles. I hope you'll use that when you're worried or anxious or stressed or afraid of something. And I so enjoyed story time with you. I will see you next week. We're going to have an Earth Day week next week. On Wednesday, Cindy will do an Earth Day story time, and I'll do one Friday. And then Saturday, the 17th at the library, there is going to be an Earth Day activities and an Earth Day festival from 10 to 1. There'll be kids activities, and there will be people with booths giving information at the library, all outside, and it's free. I hope you can come and do some of the fun activities. And I will see you then. All right, take care. Bye-bye.